hardcores out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest cop in sport. Sunday morning, I watched that Sky boxing last night. What did I think to it? I think Ben Shalom at Boxers just doing enough to get by. But from what I'm hearing behind the scenes there, people are not rushing to break their necks to get on Sky, are they, at the moment? I mean, it's supposed to be the biggest platform, but where are these big fights? Now, for example, last night we had Adam Azine on. Alright, he's supposed to be the next big thing, isn't he? You know, Amir Khan and all that. Fair enough, 20-year-old, Olympic gold medalist. He's 8-0 now, 6 by way of. But I thought he admired his work too much last night. That guy was just a human punch bag. He was there to lose, and he was a lightweight. Adam Azine's a big super lightweight. So there's a difference, isn't there? So basically, he was fed, spoon-fed, a knockover, and he couldn't get him out there. Ended up doing 30 minutes with him. Won every round. Now, when you're winning every round like that, all the media, you know, all the lickers, because that's what they are, lickers. All the lickers, the Adam Azine and Shane McGuigan, lickers. All the lickers are saying it's next big thing. You know, his biggest thing since sliced bread, this, that, blah, de, blah. Look, you've just seen the proof is in the pudding. You've got to walk before you can run. He's had 8 fights. Frotch after 8 fights for English champion. Beat Alan Page. Put him on planet Jupiter. So why couldn't he do that with that guy last night? Because he was a bit worse than Alan Page, wasn't he? 8 fights in, they're still feeding him waste men. I don't want to see that. Let's have him in with Dalton Smith. They did it for Groves and De Gale, so why not Smith and Azine? Why not? Why? So you're not going to have it all your own way, are you, after 8 fights? He didn't have it all his own way yesterday. You're going to get them odd nights at office. This is what they're going to tell you. But me personally, I think he's got a style made for amateurs. I might be wrong, but I'm hearing all this about he's got balls big enough to arrive in a dump truck. Well, that's the first black mark against him last night, because that were embarrassing from somebody who's an Olympic gold medalist, so they're touting off as the next Sugar Ray Leonard. You can't get a dummy out there, and we're talking a dummy. So that's that. So that's Adam Azine. Caroline Dubois, she were fed a stiff. I don't want to talk about her. Tyler Denny fight were good against Brad Pauls, enjoyed that. Who else did we have on there? Vidal Riley, Derek, son of Derek, and Russ trains Vidal. Russ Gerard trains Vidal with Derek. They've done a good job there. He's looking well, and Vidal Riley, he keeps racking up them wins. That's all good. The actual show, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10, and that's forced, right? But the main thing about that show really is you can have a bit of a giggle at interviews after. That's all that show was good for last night. This is what you're up against in the sport of boxing. People paying lip service to fans. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do wonders, but all we do is poo cucumbers. They're always going to do something. Good gunners. Ben Shalom's going to do this, going to do that. You've got Adam Azine, 8-0 now, against some stiff who were there to get bowled over. 10 rounds on Sky. Come on. Can do better than that. The honeymoon period's over, Mr. Shalom. Ritson and Awara Davis. Lewis Ritson, Awara Davis. loser that I want to see him with at Adam Azine. The loser on, is it first week in March? O'Hara and Ritson. The loser, put him in with Dalton Smith or Adam Azine. Yeah, that's how we're going to gauge where they're at. So I look at it. Dalton Smith and Adam Azine are supposed to be next big things, aren't they, that way? Let's hope we don't have a Spence Crawford, you know, when they're at the top of the tree and they still don't want to fight. But we'll see, won't we? It was nice to see the White Wino. I just watched his interview on Boxing UK this morning. The White Rhino, he's another one that's coming back and going to do wonders. And Dave, stop going on about the David Price fight. It's 4 years ago. It's history. You lost every round, mate. Stop going on about it and concentrate on who you're fighting this Saturday. That's all you need to concentrate on. Because looking at BoxRec this morning on a Sunday, you haven't even got an opponent, and it's fight week tomorrow. Dennis isn't even there next Monday, so he's not even going his show. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens moving forward, who Dennis and Crumpy put in with White Rhino. Because I personally feel that Dave Allen just wants to be known as a boxer but doesn't want to box. Why is he knocking fights back then? Dave, why are you knocking fights back? Get in there and have a fight. Walking around calling out Fabio Wardley. Don't call him out, go do it. Take these fights. You've got a few fights left with Big Ron. Take the fights that you're offered and then get Big Ron parked up and then move on to pastures new. That's my advice. Because if I can spot them moves, I think Big Ron will spot it, won't he, Dave? Take the fights, get them won, get them knocked over, earn note, because you know the deal when you go with Big Ron, and then move on, don't you? Get some wins built up on your record. What are you, 20, 21 and 5 or something, or 20 and 5? Just get a few records up, get up to about 25 wins, you know. Then go after Wardley, get some wins under your belt. Don't be knocking Carlos Kickabout about, or Joe Starter Motor, and then calling out Wardley for a British. Don't work like that. Easy for me to say though, isn't it? Sat on the settee with remote controls watching at home, isn't it? Well, it is, isn't it? It's very easy, isn't it? I think that's about it, really. 8 minutes. Nice little Sunday morning kick-off one. Yeah, so good luck to Dave Allen this Saturday in your fight. If you fight. If I were a betting man, I'd say you don't fight, Dave. I'd say you're not fighting this Saturday. That's what I'd say. And build on your fitness then, don't you? But I'd say you don't fight this Saturday. If I were a betting man, I could be wrong. Okie doke. Peace out. Bit of Sunday dinner today needed. What do you reckon? Booyaka! Big shout out, Welcome Estates. Spartan Demolition. Don't have nightmares. Bye before the boom!